should do, and that what they promised, they didn't even deliver to their base. And then the base itself would start grumbling. The Democratic base would start grumbling because a lot of the reforms that was promised, and a lot of the changes that was promised with the war, and also uh, uh, the way the war was being prosecuted, and the pullback of the troops, and the ratcheting down of the U.S. involvement in it, the way it was done. So Barack Obama again gets that B minus as president of the United States. And also, I'll throw in too the bailout part. Even though he really had no choice in bailing out many of these big Wall Street uh, investment houses and investment banks and companies and these major auto manufacturing companies and the like, and especially these big banks that just supposedly were just had to be saved, even though we know that they were raking in millions and millions and millions and millions on this TARP plan and all the other bailouts that was being pushed through Congress to so-called save the economy and stimulate the economy. Well, I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there because even though he really had no choice in the matter of making those decisions and signing those executive orders and doing that for the bailout, I think he could have done a little bit more to stimulate within the urban communities, within those cities where the majority of African Americans or have major populations in, where the economy is super depressed, where the job numbers are like double, triple, and maybe in some places even quadruple to what the national average is for unemployment or underemployment, where the rate of individuals with no chances or hopes of getting any type of viable, meaningful employment, not much was done. And I think a part of that process of all of those executive orders that bailed out all of those major banks, that bailed out all those major Wall Street players, that bailed out all of those major corporations, automobile corporations, that could have been parts in there that could have bailed out the cities, the urban cities, the black cities in America. That did not happen. And I believe Barack Obama could have made that happen because he pretty much had carte blanche at that time. The Congress was willing to give him anything. The Congress was willing to sign off on any type of executive order or legislation that his administration would come up that would have been pertinent to the bailout and to stimulate the economy. I mean, yes, he did the little thing with the giving the little rebates and stimulant payments to the folks. A couple $100 here, a few $100 there. That went out to everybody. It went out to, like, blacks. It went out to whites. It went out to inner city people. It went out to suburb people. But the point is, that was nowhere near enough. I think Barack Obama, President Obama, could have put into those executive orders and that legislation packages that could have actually rebuilt the entire inner cities of urban cities uh, infrastructure, the infrastructure of the urban cities in America, where the majority of blacks are in those cities with these just flawed, depressed, seriously depressed economies, high unemployment rates, uh, high lack of coverage of health care, the whole nine. But he didn't do that. He did not do that, and that's something that is a mark against him. So that's part of the reason why he also gets that B minus. Okay, he gets that B minus as just president of the United States. Now, the grade for being a black president of the United States